Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Action Figure Cantina. Today we're having a look at the DC Collectibles Suicide Squad New 52 Harley Quinn. Here's a look at the packaging. I really like the look of this packaging. It's essentially the same New 52 look DCC has done in the past, but with more of a pop of color. You get the red and black that's very reminiscent of Harley Quinn's classic costume. There's some bullet holes on the packaging, and you get a look at Captain Boomerang and Deadshot. So this Harley figure has been on my wish list for some time. I finally got around to ordering her, and I'm really pleased with this figure. I'm going to go into greater detail why I'm really pleased with it, but just to start off, the sculpt is terrific. I would definitely say that this is one of the best sculpts that DCC has put forth, and it makes me quite excited for what they may do in the future. Things have been really hit and miss for me and DC Collectibles. When they come around and do something this awesome looking, it's pretty cool. Now this Harley figure was sculpted by Jack Matthews, according to the packaging. And Jack, if you're watching, nice job. Now, there are quite a few people who aren't a huge fan of this reinvented Harley Quinn costume. Me personally, I like it. It's a far cry from the duds that Harley wore back in the Batman animated series. It seems like an evolution of an edgier side of Harley, and I'm quite digging the costume. The colors on it, the blue and the red, has a very comic-y look to it. Give you a close-up here of the head. Again, the sculpt is phenomenal on this figure. The way that they did the hair to just kind of make it, overlap her face like that, give it more of a three-dimensional look is terrific. Kudos to DCC for taking that route. And the paint on here is good. As you can see, it's not perfect. Around her mask, the lines are a little bit uneven on the top side. The eyes, they look to be pretty straight. I think maybe the right, I think it looks like maybe that little gloss, the little white dot is a little bit too far off to the side. But, it's not terribly bad. The lips are a little bit uneven as well. But if you're looking at it up close, you're going to notice those things. I mean, I don't think I've ever come across a 100% perfect action figure. I think this is good enough. It could be better, but, I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't have to send it back and exchange it like I've had to do quite a few times in the past with DCC figures. The sides of her head are really nice. You get the... It's a very anime kind of look that she has to her. The pigtails and all, but it's pretty cool. The collar is quite odd. It just kind of emphasizes the jester aspect of Harley's persona and character design from the past. So I'm okay with it. It kind of retains some of that silly, whimsical type elements that make Harley who she is. The back of it just has a little cape that attaches. It's part of the collar. It's very pliable, very soft. That's the underside of it right there. Her outfit and torso are really nice. This kind of makes me think a little bit of the New 52 Wonder Woman that came out a couple years back. She looked very bulky. She was a little overdone in the chest and shoulder area, making her appear a little bit masculine. That's definitely not the case with this Harley. She's soft. The articulation is done in a way where it doesn't detract too badly from the sculpt. So, that's quite an awesome thing. You get her corset right here, which is also a separate piece, as you can see, just to kind of give it, again, that 3D look. And that's quite awesome. She has cleavage, quite obviously. And the little laces right here, the little... the knives right there that she has on the sides. Really awesome little details like that, are really making me appreciate this figure. Other thing I want to point out is the color of her skin. It's like a creamy white color. It's not very natural looking, but at the same time, it doesn't look unnatural, if that makes sense. Like the way that they did it, she has a very porcelain look to her. It really suits the character, and it really suits the figure, and I think they may have molded her flesh body parts in that plastic. They did a good job with that. Harley also has gauntlets on either side, and those have the little diamond shapes that, again, are kind of reminiscent of her previous costume. She has her shorts, She has a belt with ammunition on it, a buckle. Holsters are really cool looking. I like how they just left those little straps dangling. It just kind of adds an extra detail that, just kind of makes the figure unique. Her leggings on her legs, pretty simple looking. Again, the paint on the top of them, it could be a little bit straighter, but, it's not horrendous. And then her shoes I find to be a little bit plain. I kind of would have expected she might have been wearing heels, but, she's not. She's wearing, I don't know what kind of shoes you would consider these. Another thing I want to point out is Harley's fingernails on the right hand are red, and on the left hand they are actually blue. You can also see just the very hint of a belly button right there. In the way of articulation, Harley has a ball joint at the head. It looks down quite a bit, looks up a fair amount, and it goes side to side nicely. Her pigtails are actually articulated, so you can spin them a full 360 degrees, or pose her upside down if you like, which is a totally awesome feature because I wouldn't have expected her pigtails to be articulated, so that's cool. She has ball hinges at the shoulders. She has rotation at the bicep, bends at the elbow, rotation at the gauntlet, forward and backward motion at the hips, rotations at the thighs, and bends at the knees. In the way of accessories, Harley comes with a mallet. It's a very nice looking mallet. It actually looks like metal, despite just being plastic. You can see they really did a nice job with the paint on it, give it that worn metal look, which is awesome. The staff portion of it is just brown. It could have had maybe some wood grain or a different look to it, just to make it a little bit more realistic. But it's pretty good as it is. Harley also comes with 2 pistols. They're pretty chunky looking pistols too. They're not scrawny or anything, and the paint on them is okay. They're nothing special, but they look nice enough. So Harley seems to be able to hold her mallet in either hand. And, granted, it does look a little bit silly. It's a huge mallet for somebody like Harley Quinn to be carrying around. And no doubt it probably would be super heavy in real life. But hey, it's true to the comic. And she looks good holding it. Harley also holds both of her pistols very nicely. I would say it's a better fit for her right hand than the left. But, she can hold in either hand, however you prefer. And, of course, Harley has her holsters. So if you want, you can just stick both of the pistols in them. And they go in pretty nicely. The right's a little bit snug, more so than the left, but, they fit in there. So you can sort of accomplish a Wild West type look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here you go. This is the DC Collectibles Suicide Squad, the New 52, Harley Quinn. Overall, this is a terrific figure. The sculpt is phenomenal. The colors that they used on the figure are terrific. The paint is a little bit sloppy in a couple of areas, but on the whole, the paintwork is good. I'm quite pleased with the articulation. Yeah, she could have benefited from a little bit more articulation, but I'm pretty pleased with what they did here. And, the accessories are awesome. I'm digging the holsters. I'm digging the way she can be posed with her mallet. If I could really say anything else badly about her, is that she's a little bit tall. If I stand her here next to the designer series Batman that we looked at last week, you can see that she's she's a little bit taller than Batman, and I don't think that's quite accurate. And that's one of the things I think DC Collectibles can stand to improve upon is scale between their figures. But on her own merit, this is an awesome figure. I highly recommend her. If you're a fan of Harley Quinn and the New 52, you're definitely going to like this figure. So, go check her out. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.